has been nominated for an American Manga Award. As far as I know, it's the first time that an adult book has ever been nominated for an American Manga Award. We are up for Best Lettering by our letterer, Vadim K, who was on our panel at Anime Expo. Was anyone here at our Anime Expo panel? I'm curious. Yeah. Oh, I see one hand. I see my wife raise her hand. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, honey.
So yes, this is another absolutely legendary book. A huge meme online. There's this great punchline in there about the wrestler Bob Sapp. If you've ever read something like that online, we had to go all the way back to 2003. Had to actually scan Sensei's original art boards because digital files of that book did not exist in order to get them to our quality standards. It was a very exciting book. So, let's talk about where all of this started. The life of a legend. We go back to Sensei's debut in 1996 in Comic Owl.
Hey, we're just wondering, is there a way we can turn on this thing?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
if we want to.
There's not a way that we can do them both at the same time.
Is there a way to turn on this camera?
Yeah. Like so.
Okay.
I actually have control of it.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Right with me.
They gave me the power to swap back and forth between them. So that can lead into it here. If you've been by our booth at number 4929 down in the exhibit hall, we are selling some of Sensei's original hand-drawn cheat sheet art boards that feature various characters from throughout this long career that we're about to be talking about. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, one-of-a-kind pieces. We've been selling them for $2,000 downstairs. And Sensei is going to complete one of those right here, right now, and we are going to raffle them off. Which reminds me, I did not give anyone raffle tickets. You have the raffle tickets here. Let's have this wonderful blonde lady up front handle the distribution of the tickets. Make a note of where the numbers start and end so that I can raffle them properly. So she'll take care of that. So yes, at the end of the panel or at some point, probably before we take questions at the end, we will raffle this off. Do not give them to people who work for me. Okay, so that's what we're up to. Sensei, what character are we drawing here?
Can we give them out?
Peter. From Shining Mushroom.
Something from the... It's a character from the Hypnotism series.
Simon. So that actually goes back to the very first doujin that we released, and the very first manga that we released from Shiwasu and Okina. Our title of it is Yamori's Cum Toilets. He's drawing the first lady from that one. I forgot her name. Mai-san. Yeah, Shibuya Mai. Yeah, got it. So you'll have an opportunity to get Shibuya Mai, the main character from the second part. Right, the first part is actually about the sister. The second part of Yamori's Cum Toilets. She works in a convenience store. She wears a cute uniform. It's a good book. It is long now, so I can't tell you to go buy it. But it is available to read completely free on Dojin.io. Let's swap back to our timeline and talk a little bit more about Sensei's career, if I remember which button does that. Does that button do it? Looks like no. Okay, we're back to here. Now I've turned the whole thing. This is why they don't let me drive at most panels. Oh, there's a button here that says picture in picture even. Could I theoretically have his drawing be the PIP? In theory, okay. I asked for help. career goes all the way back to 1996. Very Natsukashi mono in comic novel. Oh, got that. Now can we get the POV? That would be really special. Okay. No, it's a black screen there, but... Now I can do both things. Okay. Take a drink here. So, They'll Make a Man Out of You, I already introduced. That was 2003. 2012. Who recognizes this title? Any big fans in the audience? I see it. Yeah. You're not going to shout it out? Okay. There you go. Say Cheese is indeed the English title, which, good job, because that's not what it says on it. We have the Japanese cover. Yes, Say Cheese was our first tankobon release of Shiwasu Okina's work. It was originally published in Japan in 2012. That's to show how old it is. We're celebrating the 10th anniversary of it. 2015, maybe his bestseller. I think it's been so far our bestseller in English. Nudist Beach. The Nude Beach Field Trip. 2015. Both this one and Say Cheese have had anime adaptations as well. This 2016, we come around to the hypnotism story we were just discussing, Yamori's Cum Toilets. 2018, we get to Enko Oji-san, our English title of which is Mr. Angel. The Stories of a Sugar Daddy? I forgot what our subtitle was. And then we come along to Please Freeze Please in 2020. I think that one's still my personal favorite. I really love Please Freeze Please. It's a fantastic book. I think the first 6 chapters have no sex at all. Please Freeze Please. It's just such a long, slow build-up that I think really captures the sort of feeling of being young and being like a teenager and sort of learning and figuring out what sex is with your first girlfriend. It's very Natsukashi, right? It's very, what is Natsukashi in English? Nostalgic, thank you. And finally, we get to 2023. Okay, I was wrong with this year. 2023, the end of 2023, November, basically 2024 already. We get to what we call Sexual Healing in English. This is our special San Diego Comic-Con release. It's an amazing story that I think Sensei might admit was a little bit inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes. Okay. The concept is that the main character boy has gone through some medical experimentation, and now he's become something like a human COVID test that he has to make out with all of his most attractive female classmates, and in order to determine whether or not they've been infected with this mysterious virus. And if it turns out that they have, he then synthesizes the cure within his body using the special powers that he's been given by this medical experimentation, and then has to inject the cure the only way he knows how. And it's a wonderful experience. Over 300 pages, several of them are full color. It's got a nice full color section. I definitely encourage you to pick it up while you're here. One of the problems that we've had as a publisher is that Shiwasu Okina's books are very difficult to keep in stock. They sell out fast. I don't have enough warehouse space to print as many Shiwasu Okina books as I would need. So currently looking at this, we are out of Say Cheese from 2012. We are out of Mr. Angel from 2018. We are out of Yamori's Cum Toilets from 2016. We are out of Please Freeze Please from 2020. Please Freeze Please also has an accompanying Dojinshi, which we are out of. So currently the only Shiwasu Okina books that we have in stock are a reprint of the Nude Beach Field Trip, now Sexual Healing that we've put out, and They'll Make a Man Out of You, which was also just released this month. So if you're into Shiwasu Okina, as you all should be, buy early and buy often because, those books fly. All right, a moment to inform the audience. This is something that my managing editor really cares about. He gets very annoyed when people call things dojins when they're not. In a certain parlance in American English, we've sort of adapted dojin to mean erotic comic. In Japan, it refers to something very specifically. a self-published work, whereas we call our tankobons, we call them tanks for short, are things that were done by a commercial publisher. So for example, we have the Please Freeze Please Dojin. This is something that Sensei made up entirely by himself with no oversight from his publisher. Please Freeze Please, the actual tankobon, was produced by Hit Comics, Sensei's publisher, which he worked on with an editor and was put out by the publisher and had a lot more hands in the pie. So there are pluses and minuses to both. You know, the Dojin, that's the artist's pure, unfiltered desire. This is what he wanted to spill out on the page. The tankobon, there's a lot more resources behind it. They're big, they're long, maybe they're, with editorial input, maybe they're a little bit tighter on the stories. Pluses and minuses, like I said. I think this is a Reddit reference. I don't use Reddit. I didn't make this presentation myself. I think the point is that Reddit/Dojinshi often has things that aren't Dojinshis on. I think that's the point. So, this is a discussion of plot. I already saw.
If you like cartoons, movies, books, music, I demand you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, be prepared. Subscribe or be prepared for doom. Do not resist. Do not resist. Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.